Apparently we're going to get serenaded now. That's okay. I'll never see him coming there behind me. If anybody shows up or whatever. If you're new to this channel, it's zero tolerance for bullcrap. So there you go. Final warning. Well, it won't be the final warning. If somebody comes in here being an ass hat, then we'll deal with it when I get here. When this is gone, the stream's over. Hey, D-Day, it's a long time since I've seen you. Well, it's been a while since I've been on here. It's kind of a random stream. I don't know if anybody will show up or not. This was expensive. Damn thing, like $12. May hold off on it. Lily, how goes it? I'm still getting over how they changed, instead of it being people's channel name, it's their whatever that is. Y'all are lucky I'm here. Actually, when I was coming back from town, actually saw a big sow, but I couldn't get situated before it was gone. So I'd been out there cutting up bacon. If I could have got her big butt in the back of the truck. She'd probably go 175, 180, somewhere around there. Probably full of little baby pigs, actually. She was sure barreled out, that's for sure. Good. Hey, Carol. How are the kids doing, Lily? That still blows my mind that you went from doing funny trolling videos to a mom. I guess that's natural, but is it cold in Amarillo? Should have got me some more firewood before I started this. I got fire right there. My back's cold. My front's not. It's not that bad here. It's like 50, I guess. Jelly, you can't go out there against some coyotes by yourself. You ain't full grown. They'll whoop your butt. That's my daughter's dog. It was supposed to rain here today. It never did. Well, it sprinkled a couple times. Is Caleb the little one or the big one? That's the grandson that lives on the property with us is an only child, and his favorite thing ever is to actually go over to be hang out with his cousins. Which I will probably take him if I can. If he's at home, if they're at home Sunday, I'll probably take him over Sunday. Buzzard Roost. Yeah, you're right in the middle of the alley there, Buzzard Roost. Hey, Clifford. Yeah, the boys are. The the son that has all the little girls. His first kid was a boy, and then girls, just girls. He had 4 kids after the boy, and the well, it just wasn't working. I don't know what happened. But anyways, um, they finally decided to quit trying. Well, how old is he, Lily? Believe it or not, the spectrum's something I know quite a bit about. Hey, Midwest Purper. That kid on the scooter is braver than I am, just for the record. Does he not listen real good? Some of the, all of us are on the spectrum to a degree, but some of it can be taught around. It's the ones that are severely autistic that you got to worry about. I'm assuming you do a lot of one-on-one with him, or y'all sit down and do tasks together, like coloring and puzzles and about your day. It's super important. You might grow out of some of the hearing problems. I actually have high functioning autism, really high functioning autism. I don't have the cool autism where you become a genius or anything. I had the one where you can master just about anything in no time, and then you lose interest in it. It sucks. There's a few things I never was able to get on top of that I still try a lot of. And that's what people don't. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, autism is new." Well, no, they just didn't used to know what it was. Um, can't blame it on Tylenol or whatever it is now. I know people that dope their kids with Benadryl and other things like that, and then wonder why their kids don't turn out right. Well, because they were stoned while they were supposed to be growing a brain. Um, I think the cat's asking out. Sure. Got all the lights up in the house. The missus went to bed early. Where's Jelly Bean? What'd you do with Jelly Bean? Where do y'all live? I remember growing up in the lead paint's gonna kill everybody era, and everybody was supposed to, you know, scrape and paint their windows and this, that, and everything else. It was the paint. It was the paint. It was the paint, and we fixed it. We got rid of lead-based paint, and yada 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 yada. And then about 4 years ago, I watched a documentary on fuel because I started chasing this rat hole. I was like, well, why did they do away with this and the leaded fuel? And from the 30s all the way until the 80s, they sold a fuel which literally had lead in it, and the lead went out the tailpipe, and settled on everything, your crops, your vegetable garden, everything. You were breathing lead every day, and the lead paint wasn't nearly as bad as just being alive while they were burning that stuff. So, or while we were. Oh, okay. All right, that's okay, Lily. I mean, you're the only one responding right now. I guess maybe you're the only one. I'm talking directly to you, so everybody's just chilling and listening. Um, the closer you are, I mean that lead though it's still on the ground. Uh, it's just the way it is. You got to be careful. There's places in Oklahoma you can't drink the groundwater. Well, not just Oklahoma, several places that you can't drink the groundwater because of the lead. I'm gonna get some wood. I'll be right back. Fire don't need to go out. I got a whole pile of cedar over there, but I didn't get it cut up. Not a lot. Talking to Lily about things. Apparently, I think I've got a good signal. Like my satellite's right up there. Well, actually, my disc is over there. Satellite, it's aimed at that one over there right now. And the freaking whatchamacallit is only like 10 foot away. So I got good signal here. Shh. Don't want them outlawing our aviation fuel, man. It's the one place you can still get fuel for. I mean, it's expensive as crap, but you can still put it in your pre-78 vehicles and run it, which you can run unleaded fuel in there. Just you got to retune it a little bit. My truck, on the other hand, it automatically tunes to whatever fuel's coming through it. I like to throw a curveball every once in a while. And I'll fill it up with non-ethanol fuel. It runs like a champ on that stuff. Hey, CP, how goes the high desert? See, we quit using that stuff over here, but it's here. And that's we tried really hard with our kids. We used baby. I'm not saying we didn't, but we found out that we could buy fresh vegetables or locally sourced foods, cook them, and run them through a blender, and the baby ate them just fine. So actually, they ate them better than the canned baby foods. There's not a lot you can do about bananas and stuff. They don't grow bananas here that I know of. So your bananas are coming from places where they still make leaded fuel and use leaded fuel. Yeah, the rain missed us. We were really hoping for that rain. I'm gonna have to make another hay run. Hay lasted a lot longer with 2 cows than it does with 5. That's the thing. Looking at buying a little Ford tractor. I hadn't made up my mind yet. Actually looking at leasing 80 acres right next to us over here. It's weird. The property's cut into uh, a 40 and 220s, but it's all owned by the same person. So I could get 80 acres. I could rent 80 acres if they want to. Well, yeah, there's that. That's really didn't join this, didn't do this live stream to get started talking about that. With everything that's going on with me and stuff, I spend way too much time thinking about all of my sins that my children are paying for now. Everybody's like, well, if you could talk to your younger self, what would you tell them? Depends on how much time I had. In me in particular, I mean, I'm on my 3rd marriage, which has lasted a really long time, and it's been a good one. So I wouldn't want to go back and save my first 2, which is bad. But I think I'd make sure that I understood that it was important to not to be run off of the other ones. The other 2 kids had kids when the first marriages, but yes, that's a whole nother story there. Like I said, I don't want to get into all that. So, what all kind of exciting stuff you got going on, Buzzard Roost? Liddy, you could probably save people a lot of heartache if you'd, well, not necessarily save them heartache, but you might be able to make some other young mother's life a little bit better if you talk about this stuff in front of the camera and share your struggles while you're going through them. You might be able to get some helpful input from people with more insights than me. This isn't tea, it's Coca-Cola. But I didn't want to bring a glass out here and have the dogs act like fools and knock it over. And then my dog and the three small dogs are all over there camped out under the camper because they can hear the little boy running back and forth. And they're just waiting for him to do something like open the door and let him in. The only dog I have to keep me company is my daughter's dog, which is a big, blurry piece of crap. He's not protecting me, I'm protecting him, he thinks. When Jaguar shows up, I'm throwing the dog. And I was listening to Dr. Stanley on the ride back from town. Probably my favorite preacher. And let's see if I can condense. Nobody is called to teach doctrine. Each of us in our walk with Christ is called to evangelize, and that is more than just telling people about Christ. It is talking to people about Christ and showing in our daily walk, our daily lives, the reasons walking with Christ is important. You know, is Jesus helping you with getting through the deal with Caleb? Is then show that to people, kind of thing. There's a lot more to it because I mean that guy's a good preacher. God, I wish I could preach like him. Okay, good luck on that. Yeah, you're Tennessee, depending on which end of Tennessee. You are it's rolling up on 10 o'clock where you're at. If you're on this end of Tennessee, it's still just 8:49. It's rolling up on 9 o'clock. So I don't know which end of Tennessee you're on. It's just odd to think that a state would have two different time zones. Oh, you're in Kentucky. Okay, so it's rolling up on 9 o'clock, right? Oh, no, 10. Okay. It's weird. I've never wanted to live in Kentucky. It's a pretty state and everything, but yeah, never. Never actually given any real thought to Kentucky. Yeah, and that's super important. How's the other half of the parenting situation? That's one thing I would do. I would like to go back and spend more time talking to my wife about what we should do with the kids instead of just being like, "This is what we're going to do." 'Cause I don't think she was always on board with my ideas. Awesome. At least you know you're lucky. 'Cause I don't know if you know this or not, Lily, but you're a little thrown off. In a good way, but you're a little thrown off. Is the other dog under there or not? No, it's just you. Have I showed you all this worthless piece of crap yet? I ain't picking him up. He weighs 20 pounds. He ain't but 9 weeks old or something like that. Throw it off. Deviated from the norm. Not your atypical citizen. It's a good thing. Well, it depends. A little throw it off is a good thing. If somebody says you throw it off, like in that tone of voice, that may not be a good thing. Somebody says you're a little throw it off, that's okay. That's a good thing. I'm a little thrown off. The other Wesley I know, he's a lot thrown off. He is thrown off. But that's okay. We like him anyways. And see who else is thrown off. I think anybody else that you would know. God is my judge. He's thrown off too. Well, yeah. If there's anybody in the chat currently is thrown off. So there you go. Talk about throw it off. My grandson throw it off. Because I can tell the difference between him howling back at the coyotes and the coyotes howling back at him. He's in there. He's over there howling at the coyotes. Gotta love them. Hey, did you ever answer me, Mr. Buzzard Roost? Probably not. I wasn't paying no attention if you did. Oh, you gonna go hunting Sunday then? The season's been open here for a minute, but I think I'm gonna go try to take one off the other property. I think I'm gonna leave these over here alone. There's so many doe though, man. I really should shoot a doe over here. It's insane how many doe are running around here. There's probably 6 or 8 doe for every buck that I've seen. And that's kind of like a normal situation or whatever, but there's been a lot of young bucks hitting the road. So on the side of the road, I mean young, like year and a half deer, which I'd a whole lot rather shoot a spike or a doe anyway. Um, if you shoot a buck, if you shoot a 3.5, 4-year-old buck, you've got to really like gamey meat to eat that. In wild pig, the you got to shoot the sows if you're going to eat them. The end. I mean, it's not going to hurt you, but it's no fun cleaning a boar, and it's no fun cooking a boar, and you've got to you just got to get past the taste. They don't taste good, or they don't taste as good. Thank you, Lily. Good night. Kiss your kids for me. Are you telling her good night, Carol, or are you telling me good night? I don't know. I bought this big old $1 cigar to smoke. Sit here and drink bourbon and smoke cigars with my friends. I don't have any local friends left. Well, I got one. I need to go see him too. Need to put an air conditioner in, or no, thermostat on for him. But never had one of these particular brands of cigars. Need one of the cutter thingies. Could bite it off, I suppose. Probably some kind of taboo there. Yeah. Don't have a match, so y'all avert your eyes. This thing is packed tight as hell. It's really good though. It would be if I could get a lemon. Man, that is sweet. That's some sweet tobacco. There we go. Oh, it's not Cuban. It's pulled up to the window and said, "What y'all got for cigars?" And she looked at me and she looked down at the little. I don't know where they keep the. I go in the store usually, but I pulled up to the window this time. And she looked down where they keep the little Swisher sweets and stuff. And I said, "I know I don't want to roll a blunt. I want a real cigar." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And they said, she says, "You want one of the Betty somethings?" Because we sell a lot of those. Um, That bottom bitty. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try one. Yeah. This is the first cigar I've had in 3 years. And honestly, I could have cut this up and chewed it. That is sweet tobacco. That's one thing I had to quit. Used to chew tobacco. But if I wanted to continue to kiss my wife, I had to quit chewing tobacco. And I like kissing my wife more than I like chewing tobacco. I may take the chewing back up though, because I like dip. But how when I was chewing tobacco, that's all I'd put in is about the same as I would if I was dipping or whatever. I just change it frequently. The spitting was a real problem though. I've had a Cuban cigar, and they are pretty good. And I don't know, this might be Cuban. You can get Cuban cigars now without all the grief, thanks to our fearless previous whatever dude going, you know what? Human rights and stuff like that aren't that important. Let's go ahead and recant everything we ever said to you guys over there in Cuba, and we'll just let y'all start doing whatever. You'd think that Cuba would be full of Japanese or Chinese or Russian or whoever made cars. I am good, Beaumont, de Beaumont. I was telling the guys, or telling the people earlier, that I just missed getting to shoot a sow on the way home tonight. Hey, Sasquatch is in here. How goes it? Still working on that road trip, Squatch. But you had company just a while back, didn't you? Right now, I'm actually trying to get a much closer one going. I'd like to go to San Antonio, or the San Antonio area. This is a really good cigar. Don't expect me to buy y'all some if y'all come over and visit me or anything. Cause this was. This thing was $12. You don't call people very often on your back. I know you were going to do that. Did they finally get you well enough to do it? I don't know what that is. Ouch. See, I was talking at the dock about getting some replacement parts, and I don't know. I don't know if it's worth all the recovery time. They're going to want me to be in shape before I do it anyway, so this is kind of a last hoorah kind of thing. Oh, yeah, just your typical sucks to be me stuff. Used to make it a joke out of, telling people I was reading the obituaries to see if I was dead yet. And I don't read them anymore because now every time I read them, I'm like, oh, damn. I mean, um, and I'm really hoping this is the last one, but probably not. There are classes of people that die early from the trades or whatever. And um, all the guys that used to do what I do that I knew forever, they're all done. They're all um, like the one friend I said I got left local or whatever. He's my junior by 20 years, I guess. Mm-hmm. 15. You broke your legs. See, you don't ever call nobody. You read the ticker? I was wondering. I'll put that on there in case Mark showed up. Howdy, Mountain Man. I ain't heard from you in a while either. I don't know how long I'll be here. Like I said, I get that little glass empty. I'll probably quit. Because by the time that glass is empty, I will probably need to shut up. Yeah, Mark made the mistake of telling me as his friend or as a friend that those tickers on the bottom of this thing drove him nuts because he's constantly read them over and over and over again. So I've got several of them that are directed just for him. Yeah, work's rough. I wish I could still work. Um, I spent the past 2 months beating myself to death trying to figure out what I could do if I could get a job. There's got to be something out there that I could still do. Thought about trying for a Walmart greeter or whatever, but I can't stand in that. I can't stand in Walmart that long. Hey, who's going to take care of you? I almost called you your name, damn it. Sasquatch. I've actually almost got the chicken house finished. I need to take some more pictures tomorrow before I go any further on it. Who's going to take care of your fowl and your doggy and stuff? There's Sasquatch. Oh no. What you asking? Is it too early for it? What's happening to your bones, man? Oh, that's cool. I was just joking. I mean, we're not ready to buy over there anyway. We got about another year. Maybe a year and a half. Hope it's somebody that's worth the crap. Well, the cigar was handmade by somebody. I can't read that fancy writing. Dang it. That kind of sucks. I hate that for you. When was this? Just recently, I guess. All right, Corey, love you, man. Well, shite. Let my fire go out. Hold on. keep reaching in that tote, wind up grabbing a black widow. Oh. You want to say hi? Come here. Come here. I don't want to pick you up. Come here. Come here. Come here, you big fat bastard. Oh. Come here. Oh, God. You weigh more than 20 now. And this is Callum. This is my daughter's dog. This is my daughter's puppy. They're African as big as my dog. She picks him up all the time, so he thinks people should pick him up. I don't hate him. He's just incredibly lazy. I like other people's cattle or guardian dogs. I just don't like. Just never thought I'd own one or have one or whatever. He's doing really good with the chickens, though. He is still very young. He hasn't hit the I'm gonna start killing stuff age, though. Tried something I've never tried before because I don't know, it just never occurred to me. A shock collar for chicken and dog behavior malfunctions, and so far it's actually worked. Quit chewing on my chair, stupid. Well, get over here. I'm not going to reach around to pet you. You're going to have to let sit over here. Come over here. You come over here. I'll pet you, but you got to come over here. Ooh, yeah. Pyrenees Anatolian cross. Hey, Rob. Hey, I got your puppy here, dude. This dog is 9 weeks on his way to his 10th week. And he is eating more food than the other 3 combined. Just saying. Right now, he can barely walk because his gut's so stuffed. Let's go. I guess he walked off somewhere. I wouldn't pet him, so he went over to the trailer with the rest of the dogs. He's using me for shade to block the light, so it doesn't keep him awake, I guess. Sounds like a bottomless pit. I thought you were going to miss this, Rob. I'm sitting out here drinking bourbon and smoking cigars and talking to people. We did the puppy chart on him when he turned 9 weeks. We weighed him 3 times to make sure we got it right. because we didn't like the number 105 pounds. He's going to weigh 105 pounds when he's grown. I ain't buying him crap. I ain't my dog. Some daughter dog. I tolerate him. Me and him get along. It's fine. My dog is useless and has abandoned me for my grandchild again. But see, this guy, when he's full grown, he'll have to be fed in the mornings. And in the afternoon. And then he needs to be peckish and awake at night. That's his job. He'll eat sweet feed and be perfectly happy with it. He'll sit out there and eat the food with the cows, and that's his job. Is actually not goats. His job is cows. Cows and grandkids. Carol, I'm going to stab you. I'll feed him rocks and gravel and stuff for filler. Start saving the sawdust. Pour bacon grease on it. Yeah, we had a friend with a Great Dane, but they moved to Minnesota or South Dakota or something. Yeah, she had an Anatolian Pyrenees cross last time, but he was raised in an apartment and he just never made the adjustment to farm life or the baby. This one loves the baby to pieces, and he see the neighbor has dadgummit, Kangles. Well, he has Kangle crosses. And actually thought this guy was part Kangle, but she said it wasn't. It was Anatolian. Hell, Rob, you want me to send you an invitation? can talk about your dog on here? Yeah, I was looking for another Catahoula. I was going to actually spend the time to train her to be the hunting dog, because they want to. They want to hunt, but I've never had a Catahoula kill a chicken. Never. Almost every other hunting dog I've ever had has been a problem with chickens. How far south did you make it this time? South Dakota or Mountain Man? I don't know. That may not be South Dakota. Yeah, I'm almost out of bourbon anyway, bro. This was full when I started. Well, there's one of the dogs. You just get in from work? Where's my glass? Not in the house. I didn't just bring the bottle out here. Told myself I was going to do a live stream and drink some bourbon and smoke this cigar, which is a really good cigar. And then I was going to close out the live stream and go to bed, maybe. Your sister or Sister Kate? Because I am 10 hours from Sister Kate, which isn't that much, I guess, 10 and a half. Oh, yeah, that's, um, yeah. The Me and the missus already talked about it. We're going to do the thing where you give your crap away before you die. There's a term for it. Um, but it gets you out of having to get your people out of having to pay inheritance tax because they didn't inherit it, and it beats out like capital gains taxes. There's what the heck is it called? It's like they own it, but you still get to keep possession of it. They can't sell it or take notes out or on it or anything like that. But then when you're gone, It's just handled. People, I mean, you used to hear it all the time. Do you have your affairs in order? Do you? It's a whole lot more to having your affairs in order than you think. My mom had all her shit done. She didn't own anything really, but is the family all being copacetic and everybody cooperating and everything, Rob? No, see, and people do that. They mess up and they put stuff in a trust or they just divide it amongst their kids. There are so many old revenues and properties around here that can never be sold now. The property next to us, or actually directly behind us, we'd like to buy it, but it's it's owned. They didn't split it up into this many acres, this many acres, this many acres goes to each kid. They just said, okay, all you kids get it, an equal share of it. So now, for one of them to want to sell their shares, the rest of them have to be on board. Well, you're acting awfully big. Okay. Like my wife used to do the minerals, okay, for a certain county. Anyway, there were people out there. There was 18 and 20 people sharing the minerals on one oil well. That's a scrubber well. That doesn't make that much. So everybody was getting literally pennies a month in royalty checks. And just pick your favorite kid and give them the $12. This one kid, he didn't know what he had. His grandfather passed, but he had it in the will to give each one of his kids and grandkids this. And he actually gave the boy, he did it right. He gave the boy the entire royalties off of this lease, which just had like 2 wells on it, which wasn't a lot of money. It was like $800 or $900 a month. Then that was when oil was like shit. I think it was like 20 something dollars a barrel. He sold it. Turned around and he sold it for nothing. First guy that made him an offer, he took it. I think he sold the lease, the oil well for, or the mineral rights to the oil well for what he would have made in 3 months. That wouldn't happen. I'd kill to have a $800 a month check. I mean, I know I'm getting $800 a month from this oil well. Liz's mom had put everything in the will and told everybody. Oh, she told everybody what she put in the will. And then when she got real bad, there was a whole thing. Anyway, long story short, the original will disappeared. A new will showed up, and we don't talk to those people anymore. Which is sad. We barely talked to him before though, because um, yeah, just reasons. Ugh. Hey, uh, Rob, did you know that the Sasquatch fell and broke both his legs and an ankle, and he's in the hospital right now with. He's gonna have surgery tomorrow. He's got to unass his farm, and he's gonna be going. He'll be in the nursing home till like after May of next year. He didn't call me. He told me in the chat. Man, I don't feel so bad about telling him, getting mad at him for not calling me then. But then I don't go to any. I don't even know where people go to hang out in the live streams anymore or anything. I don't go get on Monday mornings anymore. Uh, the one morning I've got stuff to do, there's a live stream that I like going to, but I don't ever get to go in anymore. I don't know who else does live streams. I've tried to go to some of the ones that, but if there's 300 people in the live stream, I'm not going to go. I mean, why? You can't chat with anybody. You can't follow the chat and what's going on the screen. All right, South Dakota Mountain Man, be cool. Oh, wait, did he answer me? I wasn't paying attention. All right, that's cool. I just wish he'd have called me. Not that I could have done anything about it, but I could have added him to my worry list. Hey, Tibor. Think I'm going to try calling coyotes sometime the next week or so. Saw a coy dog the other day. Is as the crow flies 1 mile from my house, which is not far for a coyote at all. That's like 3 minutes. Yeah, 5 or 6 minutes. And that damn thing was nearly as big as it. And I'm not, because I saw a regular coyote, I saw a regular coy dog, and then I saw this son of a bitch. And I know how big he is because he was in a pasture with two standard horses. And he was every bit the size of a German Shepherd. Looked just like a coyote, though. I mean, exactly like a coyote. He was just flipping huge. So I started Googling it. And coy dogs can range anywhere from, and coy dogs are always bigger than regular coyotes. And they range from uh, 65 to 105 pounds. That's a big damn coyote. Yeah, Mr. Rob, I miss him too. I mean, um, everybody's like, "Oh, you quit doing live streaming." It got to where I'd come on Saturday and there'd be 3, 4 people show up. Yeah, okay. Nobody, everybody just sit here and talk to a screen. Nobody'd say anything in the chat. I know everything got real hectic there for a while, but still. Really wish I could figure out what was making that sound. That's a damn frog. Got a frog in one of the watering troughs, I guess. I'm gonna set this down and see if it'll go out. We'll have to figure out some way to do a live stream. I think we could get some folks in here if we planned it ahead and posted it or whatever. That's one thing I was thinking. It'd be nice to do if we did get to take a trip. Then, which I'm going to. I really want you to go with me. Better get my ass off this property. I got to mingle with some people. Anyway, it'd be cool to do a live stream from down south. Yeah. Well, Hyde's deaf now. Hyde won't stand a cat, or he wouldn't. See, those are regular coyotes. There's that other son of a bitch. That's a regular coyote bark. See that other one? That's not right. But anyways, put my cigar down so I can smoke a real cigarette. Yeah, I gotta do something about it. That's the rest of the story behind this big fluffy POS that's running around over here. What are you doing sleeping over there, dumbass? What? I mean, Callum, what are you doing over there? He's literally the boy found a stroller that we've had since he was a year old, and he's been pushing it around, so it smells like him. So the dog's Jelly Bean is in the stroller, and Callum is sleeping beside the stroller. Anyway, the coyotes is the dog is supposed to protect the animals and me from the coyotes, because I don't need to be running around out there in the pasture at night with a flashlight trying to shoot coyotes. Good luck making me stop doing that. Trying to catch a neighbor to have a talk with him about his grandkids. Really didn't appreciate that shit the other night. They and I could understand, they saw the coyote, they took a shot at it from the road. Cool. But then they ran around and parked at the side of the pasture down into the draw, and were running their night vision all up. And we didn't know it was, I didn't realize it was his grandkid. And just thought it was some random person. So I yelled across the field, "What are you shooting at?" And then the assholes pointed their night vision scope, which was mounted to the rifle, directly at me and kept it there for a good 15 count. At about 125 yards, that would have been an easy one to screw up. And there was one in the chamber because they'd already taken a shot. So if I catch the old man at home, I'm going to explain to him what happened. And he can say, "Hey, you don't do that. That's not cool." Yell back with coyote, and then I yell, "Get that son of a bitch," and you're good to go. Just quit running your red spotlight across my house. That's not cool. I don't really like that part. And if it wasn't his grand, I'm not 100% sure it was his grandkids. Then I need to know that too, because while I'm cool with somebody popping a coyote or a wild hog from the road, I'm not cool with there's your firearm should never be pointed at my residence. The end. That's not cool. and that's usually junior scooters that do that. Uh, Literally lost the hunting privileges to the field next to my house because um, we were supposed to be dove hunting, and this dumbass, one of the kids my kids were running with, brought a freaking SKS and started shooting at coyotes through the damn hay. And that's just ignorant. That was the first time I ever whooped somebody else's kid. Took his gun away too. I gave it back, but I gave it back to him in pieces. There were 12 people in that field when he took them shots. It's a miracle he didn't shoot nobody. I'd have done the same thing. I'd have done worse. I'd have taken the gun away from him. I'd have beat his ass right there in front of him if I'd been the property owner. Popped him in the back of the head, snatched his gun. They're not hard to take apart. Dumped the rounds out on the ground, opened it, broke the gun down, handed it back to pieces. I have to move that fire to the other side. It's getting cold out here. How much grain can you get in three 55-gallon drums? How much weight can you get in that, Rob? Thinking about coming and visit you and getting chicken feed as an excuse. Not that I need an excuse. It's not that far. Used to go to Lubbock. Don't ever go to Lubbock anymore. Abilene and stuff is so much closer now. I mean, we'll be to Abilene in half the time. Well, not half, but a third of the time it takes to get to Lubbock. That's what you get for hiding out. Were you in the office or something? All right. Well, call me tomorrow if you get a chance. No, that's not too bad. All I got to do is get it the hell out of the truck. But find out what the grain prices are up there at the. So you're lucky, man. Up there, you got good co-ops. Down here, I can go buy cottonseed at the co-op, or I can steal it again. Thought about going and trying to buy some of the moats off of the co-op. I think those things are running about 16, 18 cents a pound, though, and they're right at 400 or 500 pounds of bale. But well, not that much. Probably Probably 400 pounds of bale. Moats make pretty decent cow food. They'll chew on it, whatever. But the best thing about mulch is put it out there, and mulch is really good for the ground. It's got a lot of cotton fiber in it. But the mulch are looking really good this year. I drove by the gin and I was like, why didn't they wrap that? Oh, that's mulch. I mean, it was, when I looked at it a second time, I could tell it wasn't white, but with that, the mulch being that white, that cotton is going to be really white. And there hasn't been a lot of rain and dirt blowing and stuff down here since cotton opened, so the cotton's still nice and clean and pretty. Were you running that combine? Yeah, see, they got a contract with somebody if they're doing that. And but yeah, you can mix the moats in with moats and the cottonseed or whatever, in with um, the feed. Cottonseed's really good feed if you can get the cows to eat it. Well, I guess if I went up there's a place up in Slayton that's always selling them barrels, the ring top barrels or whatever. I think they want $25 a piece, which ain't shit really. If they can sell the corn this time. Whoa, you reckon? Way to go, Rob. Did he get grounded, or did you get grounded, or did y'all both get grounded, or what? What's the matter, Hud? Did I set the alarm on my truck? Is that what that beep was? My bad. Sorry, buddy. I guess from now on, when I get bored, I'll just come on here and go live. Just have 4 or 5 live streams a day or whatever. Actually, come outside to get started on something, and it started raining, so I went back inside. Then I noticed it wasn't raining, so I come back outside, and it started raining again, so I went back inside. And then I put my pajamas back on. So fuck it. I didn't do anything. Love you, brother. I'll probably call you tomorrow because I'm just that guy. Hug the wife for me. Tell her it's my fault. Cheers. Oh, 2 more drinks, folks, and we're out of here. I'm a firm believer in sipping whiskey. That's not bad. We almost made 2 hours. I thought I could sip that slower than that. But I was sipping it pretty hard when I had the cigar going. The hide's making me feel all weird and stuff. Is there weather coming, buddy? He can't hear me. He's 15 going on 16. He's completely lost his hearing. He's adjusted though. He's got seeing eye dogs now, or hearing ear dogs. And he'll watch the other dogs, and if they uh, whenever they hear his human coming home, they sound off. He knows he's got a pretty good internal clock. He knows when the missus is coming home, and I usually have to stop and get out and touch him and wake him up to get him out of the way so I can park and stuff. I don't know what to do when he's gone. Shit, he's been. Hi. I had to show him my hand, so he was going to come over and get some orange. Why don't you go out there and crawl up on the hay, man? Are you cold, old man? I know what that was. Did y'all hear that? That was a screech owl. Maybe what's messing with him. Cheers, CBT. I mean, whatever you want to talk about. Ain't nobody brought anything up. See, communists are taking over, and they think they're helping be inclusive and stuff by allowing the Islam to become the most growingest religion in the United States. And I fully believe that Islam is the religion of the Antichrist, and we're not anywhere close to, or we're closer to the, what do you call it, tribulation than we've been in forever. And, it's funny. The ones that are the really big sinners, the ones that break all of the 10, Satan can't stand them son of bitches either. He knows where he's going, and he wants all of them to go with him. And they actually think that soft, quiet voice in their head is their friend. But wow. It's going to be rough. Rougher than a lot of people realize. Oh, we've got to nurture our kids. We've got to let our kids be who they want to be. Where the fuck does it say that? There hasn't been a culture out there that has ever said that. Well, let's see, Rome, they started saying that stuff about 50 years before they fell apart. Um, yeah, well, whatever. Europe woke up. I think it's too late for them. Um, I wanted in the Constitution that Sharia law cannot be enforced. Here's my deal on Sharia law in the United States Constitution. If you want to live by Sharia law, you put yourself under Sharia law. You cannot put your children, your wife, your brother, your sister, your neighbor, none of them, you can't hold them accountable to Sharia law. It's just like I can't hold you accountable to Christianity. Um, the Constitution doesn't say I have to hire you if you're polar opposite of what my company stands for. That's an overreach. Complete misrepresentation of the Constitution. I'm gonna put a little bit more. And by that I mean that one pine board that I was looking at. We'll make a nice hot fire here in a second. For a minute. Okay, y'all close your ears. I'm gonna walk over yonder and get rid of this. Color. The smoke's going that way. I might choke myself to death. That's why I walked way off, Carol. I learned my lesson when we lived at. That's been. You people need to get over that. It's been 6 years ago. I was looking back at how long I've been on YouTube. I'm like, man, it's been a long time. Really got to get more fired up about YouTube or about doing videos. It's the one thing I can do at my own pace or whatever. It would be exercise. Just got back from my annual wellness thing or whatever and got ass chewing. It's starting tomorrow. That's the cigar, the bourbon, and the sitting here chain smoking or whatever. We'll start tomorrow working really hard on getting back off the cigarettes again. And I've already cut the toast out of my life. I lost 23 pounds. but then I got stuck. I'm stuck right at. I'm stuck 30 pounds over my target weight. And I'm trying to be realistic. I know I'm never going to get back down to 170, 178, which is ideal for me. But there's no reason to be. Right now, I'm 223. Well, 224 is technically. And I need to be below 200. I need to be 190. I'd settle for 195. And I go in and have all my blood work and stuff done after Halloween when they've got Halloween candy on sale. And I've been eating chocolate every damn day. So. TK, I'm not letting you in. I let you in to eat, and you got in a fight with the dog instead of eating. I'm not doing it. No, because you crawl up on my feet and try to sleep on my feet and stuff. Nope. That metal 5-gallon bucket's the best thing I ever found. Actually, it was given to me. That's it. Don't pay any attention to that sandbox. They ain't got no sand in there over there. That ain't nothing but a metal 5-gallon bucket with some holes knocked in the bottom of it. I'm stuffing wood in it for 2 hours now. And I could go another 2 hours before I had to worry about acid. Actually, did a video cooking over it. And then I never posted it because I didn't like the way it come out. That's something when I start doing the videos again, I need to quit worrying about what I think they look like and just make sure that I post them. I've probably got 30 or 40 videos on my phone that I need to post. I actually still have fairly decent thoughts when I'm taking road trips, or not road trips, but like have to go to San Angelo a lot now. And that's a pretty town. Well, parts of it. And then I never think about posting or whatever when I get back to the internet. I can't post them on the way back from San Angelo because there's no internet between here and there. Jabroni, you've got to be kidding me. Long time no see, man. We're still running off of them beans, man. Just for the record, we save the seeds and replant them. Them long beans or whatever. My little green Nissan is in the doctor's office over there. I need to get back on it. I've got to replace all the fuel lines under the bed, which means I got to take the bed off. I'm really hoping I can have it, because if I go by myself, if I go to Ronge by myself, I'm gonna take it. No sense in. I mean, I can get on the highway. It gets like 26 miles a gallon, and best mine will do is 19. So I mean, mine's a little lot more comfortable. But, hey. Yeah, we planted a forever patch of onions. We accidentally started a forever patch of garlic, and we're like, well, hey, you know what? We'll just put onions in with that. Um, Ordered them off the internet. They're supposed to be running onions. We'll see. They look like normal onions when we got them, but supposedly you just leave them in the ground and eat the tops, and then they're supposed to make the little onions on the top, which are really good in stew. That little pine board is putting out a hell. Yeah, the walking onions. That's what we hope they're going to turn into. Really, really hope they do, because they're good onions. They're not pretty onions when you take them out of the ground, but that if you get them established or whatever, you can go out there, literally go out and dig you a couple onions out of the ground if you need onions. Just go get your onions out of the ground. Um, the all the ladies I grew up with, they used to have them, and that's how I knew about them. They had garlic and onions just growing. If they needed art, I mean, hey, go out there and cut some tops. Okay. People always like using garlic, the cloves of garlic, which are fine, but you can do just the green tops on garlic is delicious. Um, and actually, it's a lot easier to prep, and it's the same flavor. I hadn't eaten today. I eat breakfast. Does that count? I eat a big breakfast. I won't be hungry in the morning. Y'all probably didn't pick that up, but there's that corridor. Here comes Cody's again. I want him to howl, and you'll hear him howl. He's got a really deep, almost wolf-like quality to his howl. If I didn't know better, I would call him a wolf. But we don't have wolves here in Texas. We don't. There's none in. There's some. There might be. You might see a stray one down there in Big Bend or something. Uh, it's been the bane of my existence ever since I started homesteading down here in this part of Texas. It's freaking coy dogs, man. Jeez. Rural coyotes stand clear of people, but the coy dogs, man, it's less. I don't know why. They're just like they don't give a shit. They'll come right in and kill everything. You might have to sneak the old man in the house too. His owner didn't let him in the trailer tonight. Going up on the couch and you'll sleep until the morning. Anyways, anybody got anything they want to talk about? Any questions? Any questions for Wes S? Don't ask the missus nothing. She's not out here. TK's not going to give you an English answer. She speaks Russian, and that's it. Coyotes want me to turn the porch light off and take my ass to the house. Porch light off. He said that's the other reason. I don't know if y'all notice every once in a while I use the wrong words. Annoying as hell. Charles, I was sipping on bourbon, but we're out of it now. Now we're just sipping on Coke. Wool blankets. Best invention ever. I've tried everything camping. Cotton, polyester, polyester blends, cotton blends. Now, a good cotton quilt, that's hard to beat. That's awful heavy when you're trying to pack. Get now here you go, a tight weave, like a really expensive tight weave cotton sheet, and a couple of wool blankets. Yeah. Polyester is noisy as hell when you're trying to sleep under it. I think I'm gonna christen the chicken house. That's just now I can't, Williams or whatever. This is just a brisk tea jug that I poured some Coca-Cola in. I had the brisk tea at lunch, lunch yesterday, and I just rinsed the bottle out and poured some. I bought a 2-liter bottle of Coke and just poured some Coke in it because I didn't want the dog to knock my cup over. Every time I got my hair with a cup, the dogs get up there and try to drink it and knock it over. You want me to let you in the shed, buddy? You do? Okay. I'll let you in the shed. Don't ever forget you're out there. Yeah, that's what I was drinking. Evan Williams. Yeah, Evan Williams. I don't drink Jack Daniels. This is nasty. I've never enjoyed Jack Daniels. I don't know why. A lot of people out there think that's just good stuff, but that is not good stuff. I'm going to give you a bath tomorrow. It's going to warm up a little bit. I'm going to give you a bath. I'm going to brush you out. So you can get all nasty again, okay? When the light hits you just right, you're going blind too, ain't you, buddy? Dog years, we added you up the other day. Cripple old bastard. 90 something years old. Started out living in the house, didn't you? And then whenever your girl would bring you over here and drop you off, you turned into an outside dog. Because Mrs. West don't tolerate that dog in the house much. Ruined Jelly's life too. Jelly was an inside house, inside dog. Till that other thing showed up. Anyhow, um, I got a few things I want to do as far as like educational YouTube videos and helpful YouTube videos and such as like that. Um, I have a forest of um, prickly pear that are impeding the growth of grass, and I need grass, not prickly pear. All right. Hyde. You don't see his head. This is Hyde. This is the old man, the boss of the world around here, huh? You've been the boss dog on this property for a long time. Well, everywhere. You've been the boss of everything. Huh? He feels like petting a dirty mom. He's just disgusting. Oh, he just gross. He just gross. Huh? Anyways, if you hold on, I'll sneak you in the house. I promise I'll sneak you in the house. Worst things he can do is throw you out in the morning. Don't come in the bedroom and start scratching and stuff. I mean, I'm already in the doghouse. Might as well make it my house. Huh? Yeah, I'm not picking you up. Not picking you up. And you gotta, if you're gonna scratch yourself, you get in there on the couch. Don't do it in there in the bedroom. I'm telling you, she'll wake up and throw smoke out. Anyway, God bless y'all. Y'all stay alive, do not die. This has been a good chat. I've enjoyed all the company, catching up with everybody and touching bases and such as whatnot. And I gotta take care of this. I'm cold, so I know he's cold. Um, yeah, and I'll be doing more of these. Y'all, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay alive. Don't die. It's blow one end of that candle out. Just for your own damn good. All right. God bless y'all.